A lot of us may tend to picture narcissists as these mean, angry, ornery people that are always yelling and insulting people and yelling at servers in restaurants and making them feel bad and just making everybody miserable around them. But this isn't always the case. Some narcissists may be some of the nicest people you've ever met. So I want to dive into that subject in this video, that while sometimes a person may be nice, it doesn't mean that they're a nice person. Welcome to Looking Behind the Mirror, where we explore narcissism and take our lives back as we make sense out of nonsense. As a quick disclaimer, everything I say is based on my opinions and my personal experiences. I'm not a professional, and if you're really struggling, I encourage you to seek professional help. I am providing links below for you. So as I said in the introduction, sometimes narcissists can be the nicest people you've ever met. And this can be really, really confusing, especially when we have the misfortune of being their personal victims or targets. When we become a victim of abuse by somebody that seems really nice or seems to mean well or really seems to care about us. This can leave us in a very disorienting position, and it may take us years to realize that we're being manipulated and abused. And that's a big part of why I wanted to make this video, so that if there's anyone out there struggling with this particular problem, this video may help you to recognize real abuse in your life and make better sense out of somebody that seems to be nice but is really destroying you on some level. I think it's first helpful to dissect the reasons that we as human beings are nice. I think we like to think that we're always nice because we're nice people. People are nice because they care about you, or they care about people, and they want people to feel good, and they want to be polite and considerate, and they want to treat others as they would have people treat them. And of course, this is one reason that people are nice, and this is a really nice reason for people to be nice, but it's not the only reason that people are nice. And I think that we as human beings don't always like to look at the other reasons that people are nice. If we're really honest with ourselves, some of the people watching this video may acknowledge that perhaps they are nice sometimes just to keep the peace with somebody, or to avoid rocking the boat, or to avoid conflict. Some of us may be nice to other people maybe because we just want to be liked. It's our way of trying to make friends. And maybe we're nice when really we want to say something, when really we want to assert a boundary, or we want to tell somebody no, but we're too nice because we want people to like us and we don't want anyone to be mad at us. I mean, I'll admit that I've been nice for that reason many times. And if we're willing to really acknowledge that reason for being nice, we can take it a step further and recognize that some people are nice just to manipulate others, to fool people into thinking that there's something that they're not, to earn someone's loyalty, or to make somebody feel obligated to them. Narcissists that are nice to people are nice to benefit themselves. They're nice to people to get something out of it. They expect to cash in later in some way or form. Narcissists are nice to people in order to manipulate, deceive, and get what they want. And before I go any further, I want to acknowledge that some narcissists are really mean and ornery and difficult, and they make everyone around them miserable, and they're not nice at all, ever. There are definitely those kinds of narcissists in the world. But this video is about narcissists that happen to be nice. I'm making this video for anyone that ever wonders, how can this guy that's so nice and agreeable and has so many friends and everybody loves him or her, and how can this person be a narcissist? I mean, narcissists are mean, ornery, angry people that are always yelling at people. So back to why nice narcissists are nice. They are nice to convince you that they can be trusted, and they are nice to others to convince others that they can be trusted. And this can really come into play when you are trying to tell people in your life the things that the narcissist is doing to you, the ways that the narcissist is hurting you, and nobody will believe you, because how can you say such awful things about such a nice person? If you think about it, this is a huge incentive for a very manipulative person to be nice to people in general, because they can target the people that they want to exploit and manipulate. And nobody will believe that person because everyone thinks so highly of him or her. Another reason that a narcissist might be nice is just to build their own false persona. Narcissists are always trying to build this false self. Whatever idea they have in their head of who they imagine the perfect person is the person that they're trying to pretend they are. So for a mean, ornery, difficult narcissist, maybe in their mind, the perfect person is somebody that everyone is afraid of, somebody that's powerful and strong and everybody shudders in their presence. So of course they're going to be mean and frightening, because to them, that's the person they want to be. But maybe for another narcissist, their idea of the perfect person is somebody that everyone likes, everyone admires, everyone looks up to, everybody goes to for advice. So for somebody like that, who is a narcissist, their false self is going to be a very nice person, or somebody that acts very nice. And like I said earlier, somebody that's so nice to people and probably really nice to you can really make you doubt yourself. It can be a form of gaslighting when this person is actually doing really cruel things, undermining you, subtly insulting you, causing you to doubt yourself, making you feel bad about things that you want or things that you've done without really coming right out and saying, quote, mean things to you. I can relate to the idea of somebody that's in an abusive relationship that gets to the point where they say to themselves or to somebody else, I wish that they would just hit me. Or I wish that they would just cheat on me. I wish that they would just do something that's really obvious and clear that this person is somebody I need to leave. I need to break this relationship off. I think I've read this idea in a book somewhere, and I've actually felt this way at certain times in my life where I feel really confused. I know I'm miserable. I know that I feel like I'm living in a prison, but I can't put my finger on why. And all I can do is blame myself because the person that I feel so miserable around seems so nice, so supportive. I can't put my finger on what's wrong here. And it would actually be a relief if this person just came out and did something absolutely terrible so that I wouldn't have to feel so confused anymore. Dealing with an abuser who is very nice and acts very supportive is extremely invalidating. It feels like the ground is always shifting underneath you and you feel like you're the crazy one, like something's wrong with you. And somebody that's really good at manipulating you in this way can keep you strung along for years, if not the rest of your life. You can't really define what it is about this person in your life that's making you feel so trapped and miserable. You feel like it must be your fault, but you really don't see a solution or a way out. Here are some specific examples of ways that a nice abuser might abuse or undermine or make you question yourself. Let's say that you worked really, really hard. You spent all year training because you wanted to complete a marathon. And this was a huge undertaking for you. And you did it. It took you almost a year and you did it. You signed up for a marathon and you completed it. Now, a cruel, abusive narcissist might say something like, lots of people run marathons. It's not that big of a deal. Or they might say something like, good luck with your knees. You're going to wear your knees out doing that. You know, they're really going to like cut you down and make you feel like your accomplishment means nothing. But if you go to a nice narcissist and say, I completed the marathon, they might come back with something like, oh, is that good for your knees? Or they might come back with something like, oh, I used to run a marathon every month when I was your age. Another example, maybe you've been working really hard at your job and you finally got a promotion that you've been trying to get for years. And you go to a narcissist and you tell them, I finally got that promotion. A really mean narcissist might say something like, they promoted you? Or, oh, good thing you accomplished something with all the time that you spend ignoring us. While a nice narcissist might say something like, well, keep going and you'll eventually get somewhere. Or maybe something like, are you sure you can handle all that stress? You can see that whatever the narcissist says to you when you accomplish something that you're really proud of, it's never really validating your accomplishment. It's never really congratulating you or giving you any kind of praise. It's all meant to make you question yourself, to make you feel like what you accomplished isn't really that great, or maybe even to make you feel guilty about it. But the nice narcissist knows how to do this in a way that might actually sound supportive. A nice narcissist, maybe instead of bad-mouthing you behind your back to your friends and telling all of your friends and family and their friends and family what a terrible person you are and you never do anything right and you never listen and you don't clean the house the right way and whatever. Instead of doing that, a really nice narcissist might go behind your back and say, I'm really worried about her, or I'm really worried about him. He doesn't seem to be able to concentrate on what I'm saying. He's forgetting things a lot. She doesn't seem to understand what's going on, and I can't really communicate with her, and I'm really worried. And just making things up while sounding like a really nice, concerned, supportive partner, when really just causing everybody to doubt your competence or your sanity even. Maybe you have a boss that's a nice narcissist that keeps telling you that you are working too hard. A boss that gives you a giant mountain of work that you have to get done. And so maybe you're staying late trying to get something done that your boss demands gets done. And then your boss comes in and tells you that you shouldn't be working so hard and that you should go home. And you're sitting there thinking, well, that's really nice and thoughtful of him, but how do I get this job done that he's going to yell at me if I don't get this done? But wow, he sure is being thoughtful and telling me to go home. It can get really confusing. Or maybe, as long as we're on the subject of bosses, maybe a boss or a mentor that's helping us towards a goal. Maybe a boss that is helping to kind of coach us to get that promotion that we want to get. And he or she keeps guiding us in a direction to get a promotion that only the boss can decide when we get. So a narcissistic, manipulative boss can keep stringing you along, reaching for this goal that only the boss can give you, but the boss is never really going to give it to you, but they're going to keep helping you achieve that, if that makes any sense. I've actually seen this happen. So as confusing as that just sounded, it's a real thing. A nice narcissist will wait until you're almost done with something and ask, can I help you? Knowing that you're almost done with it. Well, isn't that nice that they asked if they could help? You can't criticize them now. They offered to help, right? Or maybe last time they actually did help you and they really messed everything up, even though they tried their best, and it's just not worth correcting them or trying to explain how to do things right. So you avoid asking for their help. But of course, they always offer it a minute after it's too late, or when they're sure that you are not going to want them to help you. A nice narcissist will also make you feel indebted to him or her through generosity. And I have an entire video on when narcissists are generous that I'll link somewhere around here, and how narcissists use generosity in order to make you feel obligated to them. Nice narcissists are really good at backing you into corners and making you feel like it was your idea to go there, and then pretending to try to help you out of that corner that they backed you into. The movie Gaslight, that I've mentioned it before, it's a movie from the 40s with Ingrid Bergman. I think that you can just look it up on YouTube and watch it. At least you could last time I looked it up. But the movie Gaslight is a really, really good example of a nice narcissist that is helping his wife go crazy. And he puts on a really heavy act of caring and loving and supporting, when really he's trying to take everything that his new wife owns, including her sanity. A nice narcissist will find ways to drive you crazy, to make you lose your sense of reality, and then pretend to care. Maybe suggest counseling, maybe act concerned. Or like I was saying earlier, start telling all your friends and family about how worried they are about you when they're the ones that are affecting your mental health by the way that they're gaslighting you and confusing you and disorienting you. It's like some narcissists know how to shove you into a pit and then reach their arm down just to where you can't reach it, pretending to try to lift you back out. A nice narcissist is somebody that will talk to your friends and family about all the concerns they have, and then say something to you like, I don't know why my friends and family don't trust you. They might say something like that before they've even said anything to their friends and family, just planting ideas in your head, separating you from people and pretending to be the good guy, pretending to be the one that does trust you, that does care for you. And I don't know why it doesn't seem like you can trust anyone else but me. A nice narcissist will come along when you're struggling with something and say, here, let me help you with that. Both literally and figuratively. I mean, maybe you're just trying to lift something and they come along and say, here, let me help you with that. And then they completely take over something that you were trying to do. Or maybe you're going through a huge life change. Maybe you're a widow or somebody that's gone through an extremely traumatic event or loss. And a narcissist just seems to come out of the woodwork when we're at our most vulnerable and say, here, let me help you with that. And the next thing you know, they've taken over your finances. They've got their name on your house. And it can turn into that big of a problem, all coming from somebody that seemed to just be really nice and helpful. Being nice can be a very destructive thing when it isn't coming from a place of genuine care. Being nice is simply a way to get along with people, and it can come from a place of authenticity, or it can be coming from a place of deceit. And there's really no way for you to know where it's coming from until you get to know someone with an open mind. Somebody that is nice is simply just somebody that has certain social skills. It doesn't have anything to do with what kind of person they really are underneath it. And anyone that makes you feel off, that makes you feel invalidated, that makes you say to yourself, I wish that they would just hit me. I wish that they would just steal all my money and run away. I wish that they would just cheat on me. If you ever find yourself saying things like that to yourself, that's a huge red flag, and it means something. It means that there's something that you're not seeing. It means that something is wrong. Somebody that looks in your eyes and says something really caring and supportive, like, I think that it would really help you if maybe you saw a therapist. It's not always somebody that really cares about you. Somebody that makes you feel like you can't really say anything back. Somebody that makes you feel like, wow, I really don't like what he or she just said, but it was so nice. It was so thoughtful. I can't really argue with it, or else I'm gonna look like the bad guy. This is really often how a narcissist can make us feel, and they do this on purpose. They spend their whole life practicing this kind of a technique. So I just think it's really important to know that if you're feeling this way, or if anything in this video really resonated with you, that it's okay to take a step back and really ask yourself why you feel this way, and to entertain the notion that it's not you that's crazy, that it's not normal for somebody to feel like this, and that somebody that really actually cares about you, that actually has your best interests in mind, isn't gonna make you feel that way, isn't gonna make you feel like the ground's shifting underneath you, or like things don't quite make sense, or to make you feel like you don't have the right to say out loud what you're really feeling or what you're really thinking. I know that there was a time, a certain situation I was in, that I felt really miserable. I absolutely couldn't stand this person that I was around, but I felt like the worst person in the world to think that I couldn't say out loud what I really thought of this person because I owed this person so much. This person had done so much for me and was so nice and supportive, and everybody loved this person. So what was wrong with me that I felt that way? And it wasn't until years after I got away from this situation that I looked back and was actually quite amazed at how clear suddenly a lot of things were to me. And I thought, no, that person was actually treating me terribly. And I suddenly saw all these reasons and thought, how could I have been confused? How could I have not known why I felt miserable? But when you're in the middle of it, it can be so hard to see, especially when we're being conditioned and manipulated every day to question ourselves and to think of ourselves as the bad guy and to not have really anything solid to grasp onto because this person is just being so nice and supportive. There's no narrative. There's nothing that you can say out loud, concrete, that makes sense, where you can say, I don't want to be around this person anymore because he or she did X, Y, and Z. Instead, it's just this feeling of, I don't know, I just can't stand being around this person, but I mean, they're so great. I don't know what's wrong with me. You deserve to be in relationships that don't make you miserable, that don't make you feel like something's off, that don't make you feel like you're trapped in a cage and like something's wrong with you and that you're the bad guy. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be in relationships that you're comfortable in. It doesn't make you bad. It doesn't make you wrong. You don't owe anyone your peace of mind. You don't owe anyone your happiness, no matter how nice they seem to be. If you're looking for a way to support my channel and you're considering professional therapy, BetterHelp is offering my listeners 10% off their first month of counseling if they sign up using the link below in my description. And if you use the link below in my description to sign up, I'll get a one-time commission. So that would be a great way for you to support my channel if that's something that you're interested in. I hope this helps. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment below any ideas you have for me for future videos. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like this video and would like to see more like it in the future. Until next time, thanks. Bye.
Teraz przyjedzie policja, Andrzej.
Wiesz, że policja nie może wejść do mnie? Wiesz o tym?
Zobaczymy.
I co? No zobaczymy. Ty jesteś bezczelna totalnie, że po takich rzeczach jeszcze próbujesz wejść do domu i ze mną być. Jesteś bezczelna. Na co ty tutaj liczysz? Na co? Na co? Jesteś albo głupia, albo bezczelna.
Wujek nie żyje, byś się opanował.
Ja bym się opanował. Dziękuję, ja bym się opanował.
Wujek nie żyje!
Przestań, bo ci na konto coś wejdzie. Idź tam sprawdzić, ile ci z mojego internetu jest na przykład. Myślisz, że to tak... Nagrywaj. Myślisz, że tak przyjemnie, jak on do pracy pracuje ciężko, a ty siedzisz tutaj całymi dniami, ani na herbaty nie zrobisz mi. Ani razu.
A...
Tylko się puszczasz.
Dajesz.
Tylko się puszczasz. No co ty nagrywasz, będziesz sobie puszczał, a potem... Chcę powiedzieć, to jest okropne, o co świadczy. Jak siedzisz w domu, nic nie robisz i sobie konta zakładasz i facetów nowych szukasz, a ja chodzę do pracy i mam najcięższy okres pracy. To tobie tylko świadczy, nie o mnie.
Pokrzycz jeszcze. Wszyscy
u ciebie na kanale na YouTube, gdzie chcesz.
Puszczę w internecie, puszczę.
Papa, kochanie, spadam.
Spadaj, niech długo ci policja obudzi.
Było? Mocne? Ilu miałaś? Tak tam szło. Wszystkie informacje były, bo pełne wszystko, żeby jakaś przysłonięta twarz, nic. Twarz pełna, dane pełne. Jaka najszczersza dziewczyna na portalach randkowych, no. Po prostu
Andrzej, wpuść mnie do domu, proszę.
Najszczersza dziewczyna, jaka to, aż trzeba chwalić.
When a narcissist realizes that you are finally going to speak the truth, they start to panic, and you can see it on their face. For the first time, you will witness real fear in their eyes. You have seen their rage before, the kind where their eyes turn dark and cold. But this is different. This time, they look like frightened little rats, terrified for their survival. When they understand that you are not afraid anymore, that you could expose them simply by telling what really happened, they go into full damage control. Deep down, they know your truth is a